Hello, and welcome to Walking and Talking with Mrs. Smith. Hello and welcome back to my channel if you've been watching my videos before, but if you're new to my channel, I'm Mrs. Smith and I'm a Christian and I go walking somewhere nice or interesting and talking about all sorts of subjects from a Christian point of view. So today I'm going to be walking through White Horsewood Country Park, set within the Kent Downs area of outstanding natural beauty in the UK. And actually on the edge of White Horsewood is the medieval ruins of Thurnham Castle in the village of Thurnham on a hill about 3 miles or so from Maidstone, I believe. And the old flint ruins are dated between the 11th and 12th century and were constructed by Robert of Thurnham. There are also meant to be traces of an Iron Age settlement here too, so a really beautiful and historical place to walk if you are in this area. So I don't know actually if we're going to get to the ruins, but we'll see. So this week I've been thinking about what goes through our mind when someone either takes too long to respond to our text messages or they don't reply to our email. I think I've got to go this way. Yeah, I think it's this way. Or they don't reply to an email or a call, or maybe their words seem to come at us with a sharpness that might sort of poke into a sensitive area in our lives. And you know, we might find ourselves wondering, what did they mean by that? Don't they like me? Why are they ignoring me? Did I do something wrong? You know, I feel like that happens to most of us at one time or another, and it certainly happens to me sometimes. But as a Christian, should I be trying to read between the lines like that and second guess people in that way? You know, if we're someone who finds ourselves taking things too personally or stewing over things that, you know, the person we're stewing about has probably forgotten years ago, then what can we do about it? And what should we do about it from a Christian point of view? I know from personal experience that, you know, stewing over someone else's words, for example, can be difficult for my mental and sometimes even physical health. Feelings we have after being hurt can also sometimes express themselves as frustration or even anger in us. But the Christian Bible tells us not to react in this way. In fact, in the Message version of the Christian Bible, I think it's in Psalm 37, it says, bridle your anger, trash your wrath, cool your pipes. It only makes things worse. I love that, actually, cool your pipes. I'm definitely going to start using that one. So then, how do we break free from our tendency to connect more dots than there actually are, often drawing completely the wrong picture altogether? Well, I kind of feel like it's helpful to remember that, for me anyway, God is always writing a bigger story than I can see in the moment. Like in the moment, which is always gone in a flash, right? A situation can often be misleading. It can give us the wrong impression because we don't always have the full picture. And sometimes if we wait just minutes later, we can suddenly see more clearly what was actually going on. So I feel like it's helpful to try and see what the bigger picture might be by waiting a while, holding our tongue, maybe not acting right away, but just cooling our pipes, seeing what's actually going on, as I think it can become a bit of a habit to only look at the smaller in the moment picture of the daily dramas of life. And because things are not always what they seem to us in that moment, for me personally anyway, I think it's helpful to stay close to God and refuse to be distracted by nonsense. Plus, I feel like God loves it when I just trust him, with both the small and the big things in my life. Just to say, it's very windy today, so if there is a little bit of wind noise, I really, really apologise. I've got a windsock on, but, sometimes it's just not great weather-wise here in the UK, especially not at the moment. Seems to flip between being boiling hot and then chucking it down with rain. I suppose it's also good for us to remember, that what people do or don't say isn't always about us. Sometimes people are just burdened by their own issues in life, and they're not always thinking about us as much as we might think they are. And I think it's also true that people who are struggling themselves sometimes lash out, often unintentionally, causing offence or hurt to us, like a vicious circle. What's that saying? Hurt people can hurt people. I guess another thing it's helpful for me to remember is that sometimes there are places in us that still need healing. Like, we might be hurting from something that happened to us years ago, or maybe we're feeling a bit vulnerable, and then circumstances that wouldn't usually get to us can make us, unexpectedly upset or angry. So sometimes it could be us being a little bit oversensitive, maybe. But if we're Christians like I am, I think it helps to remember that God taught us how to overcome things like this. In fact, one of the signs of being a Christian is meant to be our ability to process hurt in a Christ-like way. Basically, like Jesus did, taking it on the chin, staying positive, or sometimes even turning the other cheek. And even if it does turn out that people are ignoring us or being hurtful, there's a couple of verses in the Bible that really help me actually when I'm going through this. and they are in the book of Romans, in chapter 8, and they're verses 38 and 39. And I wanted to share them with you all because I thought it might help if you have to go through this yourself. So I've written them down, and they read, "I'm absolutely convinced that nothing living or dead, angelic or demonic, today or tomorrow, high or low, thinkable or unthinkable, absolutely nothing can get between us and God's love because of the way that Jesus has embraced us." And that verse for me is so comforting, you know. It's like God is saying, it's okay, I've got you. You're going to be all right. There isn't anywhere you can go that I can't help you. There's nowhere you can go that I can't reach you. You're not alone. And I find that so reassuring. So let's just have a walk through here. Just make sure I've shut the gate properly. So I guess the main thing is that we're able to let things go, and we can always give them to God and ask him to help us to respond to things that others say or do to us with understanding, more than sort of that jerk reaction. It's hard sometimes, but maybe this is something we just need to keep working at. Staying positive and believing the best instead of reacting quickly and assuming the worst. I actually wrote a poem about not taking things personally, and I thought I'd share it with you. I hope you like it. I'm not a professional poet, but I just thought it might be helpful. And I actually titled it "Don't Take It Personally." And it goes like this. "It was 4 days ago that I sent that message. Why hasn't Julie sent me one back? I keep checking my phone every few hours. I feel like I'm under attack. Did I do something wrong? Did I say something rude? Did I hurt or upset them some way? Or are they just deliberately ignoring me? I'm really in a state of dismay. Should I text them again or give them a call? I don't want to seem pushy or forceful. If I get the wrong end of the stick and complain, we'd fall out, and that would be awful. But my mind is consumed by what's going on. I can't eat, I can't sleep, and I'm low. If I've made them sad or they're angry with me, I can't put it right till I know. My mind can't rest till I know what I've done. It's in overdrive and I'm thinking the worst. My anxiety's bad and my heart's racing mad. I need to calm down before I burst. Every ping of my phone makes me jump and lurch as I grab at my mobile real fast. Is this them? If they answered, is this a reply? Can I know what's been happening at last? But no, it's not them, and my heart starts to sink. Don't they realise how mean they are acting? Well, that's it, I'm done. I won't message them again. I'll do something else that's distracting. I'll check my emails and catch up with my friends. But wait, what's that in my folder? An email from Julie with the subject in bold saying, "Mobile stolen. I need a shoulder." As I read through her email, it's clear she's upset. Her phone contained all of her info. I feel sad and ashamed as I look at the date that she emailed. It's 4 days ago. The moral, I feel, is keep everything real. If you don't know, then just stop surmising. Just hold off a bit and wait for the truth. You might find it somewhat surprising. I hope you like that. I'm going to leave it there for today because it's raining and it's windy. And I'm going to try and get down to those ruins if I can, and maybe show you some footage of that at the beginning of this video. But as I say, I'm going to leave it there today. But thank you for walking and talking with me again. And if you are enjoying my content, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me and subscribe to my channel so you can see more content. It really does help me out. So God bless you all, and I will see you next time.